Welcome back, Kaiju fans, and today we're going to be looking at some brand new figure information and some past stuff too that I just never really got around to mentioning. So, starting off, today we get the first images of the 30cm XPLUS Godzilla 2017, Godzilla Earth, so the 300-meter one. We have actually two different versions that are going to be releasing at the same time. The first one, the standard version that is green, looks like this. Very hunched over appearance, as we saw from him emerging from the Earth at the end of the film. He was very just slouched over, and with some very good detail on here. I am very excited. I'm pleased with the outcome of this. I have no problems with this. I know a lot of people probably are going to be disappointed that he's so hunched over. He's going to look awkward next to other XPLUS Godzillas, but that's okay. This is a very unique Godzilla, so I don't have any issues with this at all. No word on pricing or release quite yet. That might develop in the next few hours or few days, as a lot of this is rough Japanese translations that are going to be coming out, so we'll have to stay tuned for that. But I am pretty sure it should hit retailers pretty soon. I did a quick check of the usual places today, and I have not seen anybody have it up for sale quite yet, because I was going to throw my pre-order in as soon as possible, but that's unknown at this time. Moving on from there, we have the pictures of the Rick Boy, and it's going to be the same figure, just it's a different paint job. From what we can tell so far, that's the only difference. It might have some gimmick with some lights or something like the Ricks usually do, but it's just this very, very autumn orange color matching the sunset appearance that Godzilla basically emerged to at the end of the film. Very, very light tones with heavy shading in the creases. This thing looks actually really cool. If I was one of the people that actually would collect the standard and the Rick versions of figures, I would definitely give this one a shot, but it's, you know, it's going to be a lot more expensive than the standard XPLUS, and we all know that XPLUSs aren't very cheap in the first place, so probably just be a pass on this like I usually have. But like I said, it's the exact same figure, more or less, just a completely different paint. It looks awesome though, it really does. You can't argue that this figure doesn't just look awesome, and it would be very demanding of attention on a shelf. So props to XPLUS for giving us a very unique looking Rick Boy figure for G17. Moving on from there, something that I failed to mention in the past, but I know a lot of people still don't know about it, is the reissue of the OG Movie Monster series Mecha King Ghidorah is coming out. So if you don't have a Mecha King Ghidorah figure, definitely find a retailer that's going to sell you one of these. Pick that up. I have the original release of the Movie Monster series Mecha King Ghidorah, so probably just a pass for me, although mine is pretty banged up and damaged for how old it was. So maybe I'll pick one up in the future, but it's not really a high priority. Moving on from there, we actually have a new Movie Monster series Mothra Larva figure coming out. It's very cheap too. It's only about $10 to $12 depending on where you get it. 22 centimeters long, so it's a pretty hefty figure, I'm not gonna lie. I still don't have a Mothra Larva figure because Mothra in general, not my favorite kaiju, very low down on my list of kaiju I even like in general, so I never really went out of my way to pick up a Mothra Larva figure. But now that I can just pre-order a relatively inexpensive one that actually looks pretty decent, I'm going to go ahead with it. I might as well finish off my Tokyo SOS collection, since I have the two XPLUSs for Tokyo SOS and the Bandai Mothra. I might as well pick up another Bandai Mothra Larva, because this kind of looks like the larva from that movie. I can't really tell which one it is. It's not very specified. It's just Movie Monster series Mothra Larva. So hey, there's that's coming out. So if that's exciting to you at all, go ahead and try to find that while you can. And then lastly, this is one of the figures that kind of was confusing, but there is another Movie Monster series Godzilla Earth coming out, and it's titled the Thermal Radiation version. Yeah, I have no clue what this figure is going to look like, because there's no images of it yet. There's just the pricing and the April release date. So kind of like what we went on with the Biolante figure in the first place, was there was no image for it. But it sounds interesting, so I put my order in for it. I'll go from there. Once the pictures actually get revealed, I'll make another video updating this, so you guys can see. This should just be the exact same figure that we have before. It's probably just a repaint, honestly. I'm gonna go out of my way and say that it's probably just a repaint. So there's that. I don't really know what else to say about it. We don't have an image. We can speculate that it might have some blue lightning pattern painted on. I have no idea what they're gonna do with this. Let's be honest. It's kind of just gonna be a surprise at this point. But yeah, another April release figure in this next wave of Movie Monster series figures that started with the Biollante and Mecha Godzilla, and then they added Mecha King Ghidorah, and then now we have the Mothra larva and this Godzilla being added. So this is going to be a pretty big wave of Movie Monster series figures. So if you don't have any of these figures, might as well put all your orders in now, except the Biollante is sold out, which I expected to happen. So sorry for your guys' luck if you didn't get an order in soon enough for that. Not really a ton of other figures coming out besides that bottom right corner. You can see there's a new XPLUS 28cm Godzilla 2001. Nothing super crazy, nothing special. And I know there's another Shin Godzilla ornament coming out with the beams coming out of his back, but I don't have a picture of that right now, and it's not very fantastic. So that's going to be it for this video, guys. Let me know if you are excited about any of these upcoming figures, if you're going to put in orders of them anytime soon, or if you're just going to wait for the summer to roll around and see if you can get a better deal on them. But that's going to be it. I will catch you all in the next video. Thank you for making it to the end of the video. I appreciate it a lot. As always, liking, commenting, and sharing really helps out my channel. And make sure you're subscribed if you want to stay up to date on the latest kaiju news and crisp reviews.